What's going on, y'all? Welcome to today's episode of Solutions. On today, we'll be hitting y'all with some on-time encouragement and also some food for thought that y'all will actually be able to execute on and improve y'all lives. Ways that God has spoken to us in the recent past and the ways we've seen it impact us. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and enjoy the video. Yeah, that's what I was supposed to say. But I was thinking, I'm saying that because of the waves they have between it, but I didn't know. You're right.
Yeah, it's African claw.
See, that's because I'm
of the claws.
I'm an American. I'm an African stuck in America. You ready? What? That's the truth.
You're African.
African stuck in America.
African in America. That's what I call it.
Bro, stuck.
You ain't stuck. You
Bro,
know.
but think about it. Think about all the people, all the black people that's either at or below the poverty line.
Okay.
They can't afford to move to Africa.
I understand. But you're not stuck.
That's kind of true.
You don't manifest that. You don't say that. You're not stuck. You have the choice. If you want to move to Africa, that's what you can do. You're not stuck.
That's some W encouragement. You know what I'm saying? We gotta leave that in the video.
W-N. We can leave it, but
W-O-N. No, for real. W-O-N. W-O-N, W-O-N quote. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's,
I'll take it.
but y'all gotta learn the YN terms. I'm not a YN, I'm a...
Yes,
you
are a YN.
What did Jay say? M-Y-N?
A mature YN.
Bro,
Him and Jay, if you watching, this is Mr. Dixon. And
it was like, he is 30. God.
No, you ain't got to tell everybody my age. I am 28.
Are you
Jay,
good?
if you watching, you my nigga and I fool with you. Just wanted you to know.
He a turncoat.
I'm not a turncoat.
That ain't what he be saying.
I've never disliked Jay. Jalen has always been hilarious. I love the Louisiana accent. But you ain't have to say that about my age, though.
Listen, the words say, gray hair is a crown of wisdom.
I don't have gray hair.
You need to level with me. You know what I'm saying? You need
I'm just
to meet
saying,
me in the middle.
we talking about my age and shit, and what Jay said, then you go into talking about gray hair.
I mean, you almost there. You know what
No, go on to the positivity. Go on to talk about positive. I'll turn this shit off.
Ooh, I mean, it's knocking at the door. I mean,
It's
I'm
not.
just saying, okay.
I got friends younger than me that's already gray. I'm not finna be gray. Not right now. I get gray when I'm past 50.
You ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can cut to here if you need to. I think you should include that whole section.
I'm leaving it.
In the
I don't care. I'm leaving it in. Let's go.
So, okay. One thing that happened to me recently, one of, he's a Morehouse alumni, a gentleman that I look up to. He's a private equity investor from the Hyde Park area. I was informed to him of one of my mentors that runs a construction company. You know what I'm saying? That black excellence. For those of y'all that may be like, what is he talking about? Like, no, like, you can do it too. If you needed to hear this, you can do it too. Like, if you seeing all the clothing brand owners like Caprice, the content creators like Quan, like, you can do it too. He was basically like, this is the gentleman, the private equity investor I was talking about. He shared, you shouldn't wait until you get to level 20 to start helping people. Like, if your goal is level 20, which is, say, I don't know, exit your company, like sell your company for 20 million. You shouldn't wait until you've built your company and are ready to sell to start educating people, because that may be 10, 20 years, well, that may be 5 to 10 years down the line. So he was like, even if you at level 5, help the people that are at level 1 that are open to listen, that are looking to learn. Because there's people that are at level 1 that really don't want help. Everybody say that they want to be rich and blah, blah, blah. They really don't want help. This is something that I've seen from helping people. I've lent out money to people that money ain't came back yet. And I'm sharing that because that was God's way of showing me who I can and cannot take with me.
Yeah.
Because you having a friend, as far as how y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all day to day, y'all hoop together, whatever, versus how they do business is two totally different things.
Mm-hmm.
So God's showing me like, look, if they can pay you back that little $20 to $300, I digress. What you think they gonna do when y'all are multimillionaires? Because nowadays, that same mentor with the construction company that put me up on this gentleman that's a private equity investor, he used to work with a woman black-owned construction company. This lady tried to finesse him out of $12,000 because she had brought the tradesman in on her side, and he brought her into the project. So now it's like, you done burned the bridge.
That's bizarre.
You done burned the bridge with another construction company over $12,000. Like, did you not know that the owner of the deal that he brought you in on wasn't gonna say nothing? Like, yeah, what does he charge you? Bro, he's the GC, he's managing the project. The flooring guy, he's in there like, yeah, it was like $3,000. Knowing that on your end, it was $15,000. How?
You know, I loaned somebody $5 earlier this week, and $5, and it was a test. Because I don't loan money. Anybody you ask will always, I don't loan money because I just don't. I don't really like loan money. Like, in my head, it's like I'm giving it to you because I'm not saying this back. So the person who asked me $5 already knew I'm probably not giving this back, but I'm gonna test you. If you give me my $5 back, because you needed the whole $5 to tomorrow, right? It's been like 3 tomorrows since then. But if I give you that $5, you give it back, okay. Next time you might need $10. I got you. Next time maybe you need $20. But because you didn't give me my $5 back, that I'm okay on, guys. I'm not really hurting for $5. But you burn that bridge. If I can't trust you with $5 when I'm doing it, you think I'm gonna really trust you with anything else? Or trust you, and this person wanted to do business with me at one point in time too. Nah, you know, so I don't even loan money.
That's a discernment thing. Because one thing that, as far as being a man of God, it's a lot of hypocrisy as far as religion. And I feel like one thing that people have misconstrued is, oh yeah, God is on your side, ain't nothing bad gonna happen to you. Sometimes this is gonna be a lesson. Honestly, for me, God, what I've seen is God only attacks you in places where things that actually matter to you. Like for me, he didn't attack me through driving skills, he didn't attack me through my finances, attack me through my female. Other people, it could be something stupid, like basketball, it could be random stuff. Like, he attacks you through what actually matters to you. So really read between the lines. This is something that, this may be curated towards somebody dealing with a specific experience, or a few people, whatever, a demographic. Like, don't allow your situation to distract you from the path that you're on. And same thing goes for like a job. If you feel like you at a dead-end job, like one of my friends, he's a manager at Amazon, and he was like, bro, I'm ready to dip. Like, they switched his schedule. They like, yeah, next week you gonna come in back half. You been front half since you got hired, and you're a manager. You're not even a regular employee that they picked up off the street. You went and got a degree. So you expect to be respected, right? But I digress. This ain't a video on black entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, man, when you read between the lines, you understand that you being in this environment, number one, is teaching you the importance of having not only like-minded individuals, but growth-minded individuals. Because you may end up in a circle where it's people that are way past you. And that's a blessing, because you going through your experiences, you understand how to deal with problematic individuals. You understand like how to manage people. You understand the mentality of said individuals. So when you're a team member, you know that when you was manager at Amazon, doing so-and-so section, you didn't like how this manager did business, but you liked how this manager did business. You know what works and what doesn't work as far as working with your team members. You knew that when you were doing a job that you were working in college, working up to that degree, you didn't like being called an employee. You preferred team member. Like, it's the little things that matter to people. And that's what help you really grow closer towards your goal. Like, do you think it was like a little simple message that God spoke to you through recently that was like you on the right path type stuff?
Yeah, God be speaking. And I feel like he's definitely been sending like signs and signals like I'm on the right path like now, and I think he's steady sending encouragement my way. After he pimp slapped me almost about a month ago.
Cause he was acting up and I was,
Acting up, and God put his he put his power on the back of his hand and backhanded me.
Right, open silent.
Yeah, it happened. It happened almost about a month ago. And since then I was like, okay, well, let me go ahead and get my life for real together. Let me just get life together for real, cause it happened. So yeah, God definitely does send signs, and like since then, since I've shown my dedication, he's been sending like encouragement, and you know, I just noticed things like even in, you know, how upset I get, I still struggle a little bit with road rage. That's why I try to have a driver as much as I can, because I struggle with that.
Especially
seriously.
in Indiana drivers.
Yeah, I struggle with road rage, seriously. But even like I just noticed, like I feel God has a way of reeling you back in and giving you signs and giving you signals of like, hey, what you need to do. And then when you ignore him, he definitely will backhand you real quick. You know, the kind of like, hey, I said, wake up, you know, get yourself together. So yeah, definitely, bro.
As I shared in the intro, like I really want this to be solution oriented. Everything we do here is solution oriented. So one of my mentors, shout out to James Parker, that's actually who I got this hoodie from, which is hilarious. It says, this hoodie helped create tech jobs in my community. So his whole MO, his company is called 1921 Co-working, and they're bringing 2,000 tech jobs to the south and west sides of Chicago. And that comes with a financial literacy plan. So you go from maybe making 25 to 35 a year to now making 55,000 a year. We're gonna give you a $10,000 raise, and then we're gonna put you on an investment plan to help you scale your additional income outside of that, because you don't really wanna come up and then lose your mind, because honestly, pouring into our community is the solution. You know, we just did a video on DEI. One thing that's been prevalent in the community since we came here as slaves is like affordable housing. Affordable housing is honestly a band-aid. It should be used as a means to an end, but the problem with that is there are specific policies in place like, hey, if you're making this much money, or hey, if there's a man in the house, we can't offer you benefits no more. So it's almost like you gotta stay just poor enough. So the solution for our community is bringing in like development first and foremost, because the skill set has to be there, and then creating higher paying opportunities in an environment that they're welcome in. In my eyes, I always push Black entrepreneurship, because if somebody that supports you, it don't even gotta be a Black owner. They just need to be somebody that supports your people, because when push comes to shove, as we see Harvard, they gonna rescind that slavery remembrance program. But if a Black person own that, they pushing that. And not only are they pushing it, but that's something that you can see all throughout. Like everybody always want to tell a story. Mr. Tim, that run a construction company, he was like, a lot of the hotels, like the flags that they fly, like Hilton brands, you can see like the history, the family history. So if you want to lead by example, you want to, you know what I'm saying, be the one in your family. A lot of people, the term black sheep, it can kind of get misconstrued. I don't like to use it, but that may be something y'all have heard recently. You can be the difference. The gentleman that runs this brand, James Parker, he told me to reverse engineer my path. So for you all, this is like an actionable exercise. Like, create your ideal life. It can't just be, oh yeah, I want to be a millionaire, because that's not good enough. It can't just be, I want to stack 10,000. Yes, that's a good concrete saving goal. Saving is important, but what's equally as important is your exit strategy, is your scaling strategy. When you get that $10,000, what will you do? Because if you don't figure that out until you get to 10,000, when you get to 10, you're gonna realize this low-key not enough for what I want to do, or what do I want to do? And if you don't have no growth-minded people around you, you probably just gonna blow that 10 on the liability. This is not to be derogatory, but that's real. We weren't raised on assets. The American dream literally doesn't even involve assets. It's go to school, get a good paying job, have a family, buy a house. At what point in time do you hear assets? And your primary residence that you live in is not an asset, it's inventory. And honestly, if you can't afford the house that you live in, it's a liability. So prioritize assets. Whatever your goal is, like, make sure that you're leaving an inheritance for your children. People say if it don't make money, it don't make sense. It doesn't make sense for you not to collaborate. That 10,000 that you got stacked, okay, you realize this is not enough for what you want to do, but what exit strategy do you want to do? Okay, you want to start a brand. What kind of business you want to start? Okay, you want to start a trucking company. Network with somebody that's been a trucker for 5 to 10 years or however long. Network with a trucker. And you like, look, okay, well, we know we need this much to buy a truck to put down on the loan. We need help with the logistics, dispatching, hiring drivers, communicating, all of that. Communication. So now you collaborating with people. So as you building up, you stacking that 10, say y'all down payment is 20, 30,000. The other person to come with the other 10, 20,000, or 10 to 15 if y'all gonna both do 15. Now, when you go to Amazon because you feel like you have to, now you stacking. That's giving you a reason to stop spending money on things that you know aren't serving you, because you have a purpose. You have a motivation that's greater than that liability or whatever was taking your time away from, or whatever you was using to take your mind off of your reality, which is huge in our community. So reverse engineer your path. Like, okay, I want to be running restaurants is kind of a volatile market. You need to know what you're doing. But for the sake of example, you want to run a restaurant that's doing, let's say, $2 million a year, and you take it home. I don't know what restaurant margins are, but let's say 25%. So you take it home $250,000 in company profits. That's what you make your goal, and then you take a step back. So a step before that is, okay, how do I get to $1 million restaurant? Who do I know that's in this space? Maybe it involves networking. Maybe it involves you stacking. Maybe it involves you connecting with a commercial real estate agent. Like, those are all things that you do a brain dump of. You put them on paper, and then connect with an agency like the Chicago Urban League. My boy Ron Brown. His name, like, it looked like Rob when I typed his name in, so that threw me off. He put me on a score.org. You can go on an organization called score.org. I cannot truly vouch for this because I'm in the process of working with one of them right now, but they have complimentary mentorship. Like, it's a nonprofit online mentorship program or platform. So you can go on there like, hey, I'm looking for a mentor in retail, looking for a mentoring experience with restaurants. So now you connect with that mentor. You like, look, I'm starting to reverse engineer my plan, and I don't know the gap between this is how far down I came and this is where I am now and what I think I need to do. Can you help me fill in the pieces? You bring somebody else into the equation, that other gentleman that you was gonna go into business with on, let's say, switch back to the trucking company example. The main thing is try to let only the missing pieces be the missing pieces and connect with that score mentor. So, hey, they got in person, they got over the phone, they got virtual, which is like Zoom, and that's what will help you break into those rooms that I was telling you about. The rooms where there are individuals that are either way ahead of you, in this case is volunteering mentorship, or it's someone that's like-minded that's looking to build with, like somebody you can collaborate with. So, that's the motivational message for today with an actionable exercise. So if y'all don't understand anything we discussed today, like, you can really just drop a comment. I know people, comment this. Like, no, like, this is literally a solution-oriented podcast. So we want it to be engaging. We want it to be, how can I provide resources? Like, I'm at level 5. If you at level 2, don't be afraid to type your IG down below and then DM, like, I DM you, like, literally. So make sure you like and subscribe. If you like this type of content, hit the notification bell, you know what I'm saying? So, make sure y'all have a blessed day. Don't forget that.
Please.
Okay.